Goblin House Studios.
Welcome to our actual play tabletop podcast.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 42 of our actual play tabletop podcast. I'm Matt, and I play Shrimpstomp.
I'm Bianca, and I play Lelathia.
I'm Jojo, and I play Ninx.
I'm Spook Jim, and I play Galliot Delaric.
Hey everyone, I'm Cody, and I play Thornton Stronghollow.
And I am Adam. I am our game master. Well, when we last left off, the party was recovering from a catastrophic battle in the courtyard of this inn, where everyone was heavily beat up. The nice people of the inn were helping to take care of the group and kind of force them to rest, as exhausted as they were. Shrimpstomp asked the proprietor of the inn, Katagana, if he could help him kind of attune this sword with Umyra. They also heard a little bit of information that the Yakuza, such as the ones they fought, are kind of corrupting Ronwin. They've moved in as times have gotten darker, and that someone named Gojo is their leader, organizing these gambling dens. I'm going to say that after Shrimpstomp asked Katagana to help with that sword, that Delsinora would have asked her. Delsinora does not have enough gold to inscribe the scroll in her spellbook, because she has 0 materials. So she's gonna take Katagana aside and ask if there's, because she doesn't sleep, if there's something she could do to throw her a bone, so she could figure out what this scroll is and put it in her spell. Are y'all all gonna sleep, or are you gonna try to have a watch? Because you did get attacked in the night.
Shrimpstomp's definitely going to sleep. I would feel like with the little village on alert, they would probably do a watch for us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I said last time, there's guards around. There's a lot of people who are awake now.
Yeah, I think we should be fine to just go to sleep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Delsinora goes inside to get some things, and she comes back out to be in the room with Shrimpstomp. Just in case something does happen.
Thornton just passes out.
Just passes out.
Gets that perfect 8 straight on his back.
Perfect
Hey,
day.
he just got out of a battle. He is exhausted.
Well, morning comes, the morning of day 13. You probably sleep well into the morning, given how late it was that you were attacked. Each of you gain 1 hit point plus your Constitution modifier in recovery.
Oof. That's all right.
Hope you don't have negative constitution.
You're right, that'd be bad.
So -3.
So we're adding this to what?
If
Your
you're
hit
hurt,
points.
if you're damaged,
Mhm.
that's
I'm good.
all that you heal. With negative Constitution, you just get the 1, which is what Delsinora. Oh no, her Constitution is big.
So you don't just eternally bleed out.
Yeah, that heals her up completely.
Nice.
So the hole where I had my finger in Shrimpstomp, I did heal up some? Or did I prevent it?
It's a lot better.
Okay.
Thornton just wakes up. He's like, oh,
Perfect 8 hours of sleep.
perfect 8 hours of sleep. Perfect health.
And speaking of that, those of you who did drink something, you do not have to make a Constitution save for dehydration. Any of you who continue to not drink does.
I did.
You did? I thought you said you didn't.
Oh, no, I did. I said, I didn't. I don't know if y'all saw me, or I just didn't want y'all to know, but I totally did.
Yeah, she said she did it on the sly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you're over there just drinking normal water.
Now
I'm
I
sorry.
understand what you meant.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I sold my soul for this.
Galliot, since he healed me, and with the with your
Mhm.
health that you just gave, I just got back to full health.
Jordan's ready for the
Jordan
next
is
fight.
ready to go.
Shrimpstomp's just sore. He's alright. He's sore. He's got about 6 hit points shy of being full.
Mm. Okay. Well, Del Sonora now has the spell Fog Cloud.
Well, Shrimpstomp only has Fart Cloud.
So maybe that can be useful in your future tactics.
Well, how is everyone doing?
I'm alive and kicking.
You look good, Shrimpstomp, and I just smack one back.
Reopened 7 wounds.
I feel okay. I'm a bit sore. I can tell where I got hurt, but I'm okay.
Well, that's good to hear.
Nynx has her cards and she's just kind of fumbling with them.
Okay. Galliot?
Galliot's at a 16, not fully healed, but he's doing better. So,
Leilati, you probably just slept fine.
My 4 hours of meditation did go good.
Oh, that's right.
I do feel really bad that I wasn't there to help my group whenever I went on this, what I thought was going to be small, simple adventure for myself.
As well, you should.
we're going to do like a side
It
episode.
was. It was
However,
only.
though, I
It was
am
only
still
a couple
wondering
hours.
why
Yeah, it was
Thornton
quick.
is still alive. She's hoping now that if there's anything that the group needs, minus Thornton, that she can be there to provide.
That was fucking smooth.
That she can be there and help them in any way that she can. Minus Thornton.
You know what? No healing potions for you.
Yeah, you know what? It's fine. Shrimpstomp. You shared it with Shrimpstomp. And if I need it, I'm sure he will.
Shrimpstomp. No healing potions for her. For Layla. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just side wink toward Leilafia.
So I just
I
see
saw
like
that.
a whole bunch of crust and dirt just like fall from it.
I saw that.
No, you didn't.
Oh, I guess I didn't.
You smell something nice. There's a little knock on the flimsy door of your room, and one of those ladies that are painted is there with this big tray full of food. Some of it is like fish and some other stuff, but there's some hearty food
Aye.
for red-blooded Ironar people. May I come in?
Certainly.
Yes.
She comes in, she's got tea. She kind of sets up a thing for you. They apparently eat on these little tiny trays with a sort of a plate bowl thing. A little bit dainty for Thoradin, I bet.
It's a lot dainty.
A lot dainty. You get the feeling that these women that are painted with the kimonos, there's some kind of different ethnic group or culture, something separates them from the others. Maybe they have an accent that's a little different. When are y'all gonna rouse yourselves and you're gonna head into the inn
Oh,
to
I've
see what's
already
going on?
started.
Aroused you.
Choose your words wisely, Adam.
Leilati is already aroused. Who else is aroused?
Keep it in your room.
We're sharing a room. I don't know what you want me to do.
Take it outside.
There's too many people. I
Take
trust
your
y'all.
arousal outside.
Rails into the alley where it belongs.
No,
Talk to a winch.
Go talk to a winch.
that's not arousing, Thornton. That disgusts me.
Shrimpstomp will be getting up.
Nynx is already downstairs. Like I said, she's just fumbling.
Did you go back into the inn?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm gonna start eating some food.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
that's-
Galliot's gonna start eating some food.
Ditto.
So they brought you food in the room, if you're there for that.
Nynx is probably sitting in front of the fire.
Okay. Okay. So y'all are eating. Is there anything y'all want to do?
How is Moonshadow doing?
He seems much better. He was basically going to die from dehydration. And he is just he's laying just stretched out on his side. Just
Like how the
still
kitties do
sleeping.
when both of their, like all four of their limbs
Yes.
are. Okay, I like that. I like
But
it.
he's kind of fallen over on the side. He's doing good. Del Sonora does not sleep, so she was up by candlelight, studying in her spell book, and she was able to transcribe that scroll, which has suddenly become brittle and just fell apart, disappearing.
Oh,
as they cannot be reused.
she ate the scroll.
Shoved it down her gullet.
How wizards actually retain information? They're just constantly eating paper.
Nom 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 nom.
Okay, well, after a while, Katagana comes back out to see how you're doing. She bows. How are you holding up?
Oh, I feel fantastic.
I'm okay.
She seems genuinely glad and relieved.
And I don't know if I speak for everyone, but thank you for your hospitality and the food this morning. It was good.
You are absolutely welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Can I ask why you came to Ronwin? Very few people come to Ronwin anymore.
Nynx was looking for the mermaid.
Her eyebrows raise again.
And a shipwreck.
And some precious stones.
What kind of precious stones?
We are in the market for some pearls.
I will remember that.
4 to be exact.
She mentally notes that. How did you hear about the mermaid?
Mostly just rumors.
And the Earth Mother.
She kind of nods, not completely understanding, but kind of understanding. What happened to that mermaid was almost the death of this town. We linger on like a undead.
I know that what happened was not necessarily everyone's fault, but everyone is being held accountable.
For some reason, yes.
Do you know why?
The lady is... She stops and thinks how to choose her words real carefully. The lady is very passionate, and she must feel betrayed that this mermaid was captured.
Do you think it is actually the lady? Or do you think that it is... I just lost the word.
Are you referencing the short god?
Yes, but I'm... Or do you think it is some other being posing as?
She kind of looks a little confused and thoughtful. I do not know. I see no evidence it's anything but the Fae Queen. I don't know.
Do you go honor the Fae Queen often?
Perhaps not as often as I should, but from time to time. I honor her as she deserves to be honored. And then I keep my nose in my business.
Have you honored her since?
Many
or
of
have you
us have.
tried?
Many of us have to try to regain her favor. So far, it is not the case.
Have any of y'all talked to her personally since?
She doesn't speak to us, I'm afraid. We're a simple whaling town. We live our lives and the lady is there. She does not speak to us. That's how it has always been.
Thornton is doing his best to keep his mouth shut.
Oh, gosh.
Have y'all gone and honored her shrine?
Yes, there are several of them.
Have any of them been desecrated recently?
There was an instance when some of Kuroshi's young acolytes did that. But we made a formal apology and built a new one, and we all hope that won't happen again. But again, I keep my nose in my business.
Where are the Kuroshi?
Kuroshi?
Yes.
He dwells north of Ronwin on a large hill. There's an ancient temple there he haunts. But he spends a great deal of time in town, proselytizing.
You know, the Dragonborn that we met
Yes, that's him.
on the beach yesterday.
Mhm.
We called him Zenma in our land.
Means she's giving her own.
You should be very careful around Kuroshi
Yes.
if you meet him.
I have already picked up on that.
Luckily, we got a Thornton. And people need to be careful around him.
Hell yeah.
I haven't yet received your names.
Hi, my name's Shrimpstomp.
I'm Layla.
I am Nynx, a serpent of Earth Mother.
I'm Galliot.
I am Thornton Stronghollow of Clan Altered Fist.
She gives a little bow each time. It is well to meet you.
Nynx goes into her pouch and she digs and digs and digs and digs, and she brings out something that's all wrapped up,
Okay.
and she hands it to the lady.
Just gave her a curse stop check.
No.
The neck, the skin on the
No.
I wish death
No.
upon you.
wrong one. Wait. I
No,
got them
she-
mixed up.
She actually gives one of her most prized mushrooms.
Oh. She unwraps it and looks at it and does not quite understand the significance of it.
She eats it.
Thank you, Nynx. That's a wonderful treasure.
You're welcome.
Shrooms.
Hold on. I had an idea of which.
whoa.
Hold on. Where is it? I have too much stuff going on right here. In fact, she gave her, because I'm reflavoring my mushrooms. Hold on. She gave her one that's an executioner's hood for protection to use.
For protection. Okay, got it. She carefully folds it back up and bows. She looks at the goblin.
Oh,
She's
Wow.
she's
All
very
right.
she's confused about your presence,
we'll fight
but
her
she
right now.
she knows.
she's been very nice to
knows.
us.
She heard
she
what
looks
happened.
at the goblin.
She's been nice to Shrimpstomp so far.
She doesn't like spit on you. She
Yeah.
just looks real confused.
Confusion is kinder than how he normally is treated.
Shrimp stomp,
Yes.
you say?
Hello.
Do you stomp on shrimps?
I've been thinking about your request, and I can offer you a traditional Miori way to do what you ask.
Okay.
I'll show you what I can a little later. First, there's someone here who would like to meet you in the inn.
Alrighty.
Yes, he's one of the elders of the town. He leads the guards. He wonders if you could spare a moment to speak with him.
Sure.
Shall I tell him you will be there shortly?
Yeah, I can follow you if you want me to.
She nods and stands up and starts heading back to the inn.
Follow right behind her.
Okay, who all's going to go in to meet this person?
I'm going to follow.
Yeah.
I will follow.
Shrimpstomp just has a trail of people.
Some bodyguards.
A semi-angry dwarf.
I was about to say me and Lilathia. Me and Moonshadow will be at the end, slowly.
Mafia playing Moonshadow.
You go inside. A lot of people have gathered at late morning. Food. And all the ladies that work there, you hear them whispering and gossiping.
And the winches.
There's no winches here.
Oh.
Not in Katagana's.
Thank
This is
goodness.
a nice place.
No, they're a geisha, which are basically Japanese winches.
They're not geisha. They look kind of like geisha though.
They're painted
they're not.
ladies.
They're painted ladies. They have a whole ethnic subgroup that I have no reason to tell you about now without asking. You hear them gossiping and mostly speaking in Miori, but they're all deeply curious about all of you, and they're wondering if you came here to kill Okashi. Well, she takes you through the inn, but not to the main room. She opens the big sliding door of a more private room. And there's the guard that you saw before that seemed to be kind of on your side about the battle. He's seated there. And also at the table is another man, much older than him, in his late 50s. And he's got his black hair in a top knot. He may have shaved like a few days ago. Real unkempt looking. He's got a jug of sake in his lap. And he's sitting in a chair kind of leaned over uncomfortably. And when the door opens and you see him, he kind of sits up a little bit more. And in fact, he stands up and you see that one of his legs is kind of messed up and he doesn't walk properly. But he limps over and does a little bit of a bow towards you. And Katagana says, "Shall I shut the door?" Please. She shuts the door behind you.
Well, I give him a little short bow back.
Shrimpstomp will as well, seeing Thoradin mimic his politeness.
You see his right arm. He's holding his jug with his left hand. His right arm has a deep, deep scar on it, and his fingers and hand are all bound up, and it looks like his arm doesn't work, like it's stuck in place. He can't use it. It gets paralyzed. He sets the sake jug down after he does a little bow. "My name is Tagashi. I am an elder here in Ronwen." And you just smell alcohol on his breath. "Please have a seat."
Thoradin stands there looking for chairs.
There's some. The room is furnished in some ways. These Iron people who like to sit on a chair, they're provided for.
Would you like to try some of my sky thistle? It almost makes you smell different.
Like ass.
As was just wondering.
Oh, no, thank you, ma'am.
Are you sure it's almost healthy for you?
Almost healthy.
Almost healthy.
Well, it's not shooting your liver.
It's like
I
a
do not
pink
believe in
apple.
health anymore.
I'm gonna go ahead and sit down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
I was gonna
sure
sit
be-
down.
I'm We're not associated with her. Okay.
We're not associated with him, okay?
Who's embarrassing the group now?
I was just offering
Everybody.
a
Not Thor.
healthy.
He never embarrassed. He stands up for the group.
I do.
I was just offering a healthy way to enjoy yourself, sir. No offense.
I
There is
stand,
no enjoyment here.
Shrimpstomp's gonna
Can
frown.
we go?
Aw,
Can we go?
we just got here.
Okay.
Thoradin stands up for the group in the south that follows the group.
I'm sorry, Thornton. I was not paying attention. Could you repeat that?
I mean, you can go back and listen to the episode.
Like you're going to with episode 7.
Yes, I am, and I'm going to send that to y'all and remind y'all what y'all did to me.
Download the audio clip.
Use it as a ringtone.
I don't know. I actually quite enjoyed last night.
I heard you spilled the blood of Yakuza.
I did.
I honor you for this. You have my utmost respect.
Well, thank you.
I would only respect you more if you spilled more Yakuza blood, or better yet, the Sea Bandits.
Well, the sea bandits are kind of why we're here.
He takes a drink from the jug. Ah, you have come to fight them.
What?
Something like that, yes.
They are a blight, like a poison. They dwell where the seawall has collapsed. Into islands they have a hidden lair, and at night they raid. They do not kill locals, normally. They extort them. They take what they want and let them go. So the fishermen will carry with them some gold or some valuable. And when they get overtaken by the... Oh, let me take another drink. When they get overtaken by the sea bandits, they know they'll board us. We'll give them the treasure. They'll let us go back alive. Outsiders, they'll kill them and take it all. They're clever like that. They have the locals on a leash, on a chain. The whalers, they're different. Whalers are a different breed, you see. We've got a fire in us. We don't just roll over. We fight. So sometimes whalers die. When the sea bandits come. That's what happened to most of the whalers in the town. They're dead. I'm crippled. Very few left because of the sea bandit. And you know, what I think should happen is we should find them in their lair and wipe them out. Vengeance, injustice. If the mermaid is there, throw her back into the sea and lift what has doomed Ronwin.
Well, not to throw a little bit of water on your fire there, but I believe Ronwin might have slightly larger problems.
What do you mean specifically?
I'm talking about these creatures that you've been pulling out of the water.
Oh, the mutants. Yes, I'm sure the Fey Queen has allowed these things to come up from the deep and poison our catch.
I'm not so sure it's the fake queen.
And as much as I'm loath to agree with Nynx over there, I believe she's correct.
I don't know anything about this magic and fairies. I know about men. Those men.
There is a creature. I don't want to call him a god or give him any power.
You mean the shore god? Just say it.
He seems to be somewhat of a trickster.
He is probably helping these sea bandits. He probably gives them gifts. We'll stop that when we cut their throats.
I think that he may have convinced them that he's something else. He has a way of playing with people's minds. Taking their souls.
Hey, look, I don't think it's like that. I think your town has two problems. Your bandit problem, and now your evil fish demon problem.
There's a power struggle going on.
The town is divided on their opinion of this shore god. Some people think he'll save us from the Fey Queen. Some don't.
But we can deal with one problem at a time. And the first one should be your bandit problem.
He looks back at the man with him, and he kind of smiles wearily. And the other guy, he doesn't smile back, but he looks stoic.
I need to talk to the mermaid.
Could I ask him about the map we picked up off the body?
Yeah.
Okay. It's like, I'm gonna hand it to him. Does this have any sort of, I guess, resemblance to something else you've seen? Does this mean anything to you?
This is not a building in Bronwyn. This is an estate of some kind. It's not in our style, and there's nothing this big here. Did this come off of one of those Yakuza?
Mm-hmm.
He rolls it up and hands it back to you.
It's
Gotcha.
probably some mark in some nearby place where they'll continue their crimes. It is not in Ronwyn. I do not know where that is. I want to hear joyfulness in the streets again. I want to hear the men sing as they row when we go out, wailing again. I want the town back. If you would help me defeat the sea bandits, because no one else can, the town would be deeply in your debt.
Well, I don't think I can speak for everyone here, but I would certainly be willing to help you do that.
As would I.
Yes.
Sure.
Whatever treasure the town can muster, we will give to you as thanks.
One question. Do the sea bandits seem off a little? Do the color of their eyes?
Do they glow weird?
I've never seen that, and it has been quite some time before I looked one in the eyes.
He gestures to his scarred and paralyzed arm.
So, do you have a plan? Or is this kind of more of a as you go kind of thing?
He gestures over his shoulder to the man.
There are a few men in town who have the resolve to act, but too few to do anything on their own. I'm useless. But with you here, that may be the spark which can motivate those who are willing to risk it all to act. But it is treacherous. The sea bandits, they're hidden. They're... Get another drink here. Where the seawalls collapsed, they are always hollow. So they've collapsed in deep below the waterline, these chambers. They could have anything in there, any kind of lair full of traps. They have hidden places where they enter and exit. the raid would have to be at night, so the lookouts would not see us in boats low to the water. Any obvious shoreline would be a trap, because only outsiders would need it. We do not know where to land. We do not know how to find them in their lair. It seems hopeless. But I feel that with enough able bodies, we could find a way to wipe them out and kill Okashi once and for all.
Well, I'm in.
You said that these men run your town's gambling den, correct?
Gojo. He's from east of here. He works closely with Okashi. The sea bandits. Well, things changed after the Fey Queen took away her blessing. Everything declined. Few whales to hunt, fewer whalers to do it. The catches are small. We are starving, and there is nothing for the sea bandits to prey upon anymore. So they've changed their tactics. This Gojo comes in. He has gold. He buys places. He turns them into these dens. You come in. He showers you with gifts, with sake, with women, with anything to draw you close to him and make you want to be around his kind more. In the Yakuza. These young men, they're worthless now. Why help? Why help with the day's catch? Why crew the boats when you can just stay in the den and make your money gambling and drink your troubles away with sake? Why live an honest life? That's what's happening. Some of them are corrupted by Kuroshi, the Zenma. And a handful, just a handful, are loyal and good men. And he gestures again at the man behind him. That is Ronwin.
Well, we can definitely help you.
Could you possibly provide us with a map of these dens, where they are in town?
Without question, yes.
Okay.
What else can I do to begin this endeavor?
Give us a few days. We can come up with some plans on how to move forward.
I am Tagashi. If you cannot find me, leave word with Katagana. But I will be around, and my men will be around. However, some of the guards are, well, they're just this far from being trash in the den themselves. And they might be receiving money from Gojo to give him information. So do not speak of anything important to the guards unless I have identified them. Otherwise, they may channel this information to Gojo and destroy everything.
Aye.
You being here is the only window of time that Ronwin has. Without you, we are too few, and we will never beat Okashi. And who would come to Ronwin when it is cursed? No one. You are our only hope.
One more request with the maps. Could you also point out the one that Gojo stays at?
He moves around, but yes, there are places he prefers.
Oh, and a description of this man.
Of course. He is very large. He is very wide. He is covered in tattoos, Miri script. His head is shaved. His beard, small, very weak. His eyes are small.
Not like his manly.
Thoradin has he points at Thoradin's beard.
Unlike this. He wears gold on his arms, on his fingers, around his neck. He smells like expensive oils and perfumes.
And a man of this stature shouldn't be too hard to find.
He will be guarded well by his Yakuza.
Not well enough.
He bares his teeth in a predatory laugh.
I will return, sir.
Sir, restroom,
Shits
please.
his pants right in front of him. No. Oh, the liquor shit. The worst morning.
Oh, what pride you have!
Oh, I'm sitting in it. Help me up. Oh, it's running down my legs into my socks.
I will return shortly with a good man. God damn it.
Can
I thought you were going to talk about cleaning yourself. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I will return soon with a good map.
Okay. Could I do a quick insight check to make sure this dude isn't, like, straight bullshitting us?
Well, he's already pooed
yeah.
himself. He might be.
He's already put himself. Ew. That's a full 10.
You don't really see any reason to disbelieve him. He was very dismissive of all the magic mumbo jumbo, but that could just be because he's fixated on this one aspect of it that he blames for everything, and he just doesn't understand any of that. You know, so if there's any deceptiveness, you don't detect any.
Gotcha.
Also, he probably would have introduced himself before I started talking, but I fucked that up. Tagashi is his name. So his man helps him up, but he doesn't want to be helped. He does it on his own.
I can do it myself.
I can do it myself. Is there anything else that you need? And I will return with you.
Yeah, I asked about my sword. If something could be done to make it no longer Yakuza and make it something more for Umyra.
The guy bends over and whispers in his ear.
Is that something to do with Katagana?
Yes.
I'm sure she will help you. I do
Oh,
not know.
oh, okay, my bad. I'm sorry.
Brooke got a little confused.
It's okay, it happens to
He's just living his best of a life as he can with his sake and his ruined life and ruined town,
Ruined pants.
ruined future,
Ruined pants.
ruined pants.
Ruined socks at this point. He stood up.
The sandals are probably ruined.
So his bro opens the door. He exits.
Giant mud stain on his butt.
There were several of those painted women who were listening, and they scattered like flies. You come in. You see that Katagana is in the main room talking to people. You run up to her and ask about.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
It's Katagawa.
Yes, your sword.
Yes, please.
She takes you into this weird little. Their buildings have some weird architecture. There's this kind of central room that you would have thought was a toilet, but it's actually this little empty room with a weird little iron shape like a shrine and a little shelf there. And there's a long wooden sort of shallow box on a little table. Well, for you, you're short. You can just be right there. She'd have to kneel down. She explains that Mieri have a practice where wrapping your hilt, because it's actually cords of fabric make up that hilt, wrapping it yourself with your pattern kind of makes it yours. And she shows that there's this purified water that drip over the blade. And that's this process that cleans it of what it was. And now you get to write its new story. I thought perhaps if you put your crystal in the water, it will imbue that water with the Radiant Mother's love and joy and all of this. And perhaps, and she gestures to there's a little lacquered box with like some brand new, the wrappings of the thing coiled up. I do not know if this will suffice. Perhaps that would be enough to put the Radiant Mother's blessing on this blade and wash it of its past.
Okay, this sounds really interesting.
She kind of waves her hand, and a kind of a light appears, a little globe of light appears above the. Apparently, she's a wizard or sorcerer or something. Above the iron shrine, that kind of casts this cool, kind of dim light over the whole area. So it's kind of a atmospheric thing there. And she gestures towards the shallow box that's kind of long and skinny like a sword.
Okay. So, Shrimpstomp's gonna get the sword, and he's gonna start undoing the old wrappings on the hilt, taking all the old stuff out, and basically getting it all bare. And then he's going to take his crystal out from around his neck and undo it, and then going to dip it in the water.
Mm-hmm.
And literally take it out and then drip the water from the crystal onto the blade, and then run that crystal along the blade as well.
It makes a whining, ringing, really unearthly sound as you do. It's not ominous, it's peaceful, but it's really like deep and strange.
And he's going to say,
Umyra represents love and everything to do with love, but she's unable to protect that mindset herself. And so I charge this sword as the protection of Umyra.
and then he takes out the wrappings and he starts wrapping the hilt with fresh. And then at the very end, he ties off the crystal to that sword in the wrappings.
She helps you with a mending spell to really fuse it together and make it perfect and sturdy. The hopes and dreams of all the people here. Let's see here. All people here hope and dream to have joy again. May the Radiant Mother help this man to bring that joy into the world.
Shrimpstomp smiles and he stands up a bit straighter at those words, and he lifts up the sword, sheathes it, and attaches it to his belt on one side, and he actually goes around to the other side and makes a longer strap so that it actually covers his back and it doesn't drag on the ground. And then he slowly pulls it across from his other arm all the way across and unsheathes it and then presents it to her.
When you unsheath it, the crystal glows slightly on the end. You present it to her?
Mm-hmm.
To like Umyra or to the Katagana?
Well, it in sight, it would be to Katagana, but he's actually presenting it to Umyra.
Gotcha. She might be doing this to humor you, but she waves her hand and the light turns pink and ruby and golden, kind of changing, and kind of drifts over the blade and disappears into the metal itself.
Oh, he would absolutely love that. He would take that as a sign for sure. And then he starts vibrating with excitement, and he's like,
Thank you very much. This is so cool.
and he like shakily puts it back into the sheath.
It's a loud
She,
clattering
she
noise.
she kind of pretends to be surprised and like,
Whoa.
look at it. Umyra has truly accepted this gift. We are all honored to have seen this.
Shrimpstomp's going to be almost jumping and skipping, and he said,
Thank you so much.
You are welcome, Shrimpstomp.
Umyra's gonna be so happy about this.
So you look like a badass now with this long sword over your back.
I run out and to the group and go, Mr. Thornton, look! And I pull it back out and show it again.
Oh, that's pretty cool, Shrimpstomp.
Go, Shrimpy, go!
Out of curiosity, what color is the your new wrap?
It would be like a pink and a green.
That is really nice, Shrimpstomp.
He's just waving it around.
I'm so excited.
And it just can't hide it.
Whoa,
I take steps back. I just don't want to get the tip of that blade or anything like that.
The tip of the blade.
Mhm.
Katagana kind of gets the attention of the women that work there, and she makes a clapping motion with her hands, and
Yay!
they all clap excitedly,
But there was much rejoicing.
and there was much rejoicing.
I just feel like the amount of condescension coming off of Katko.
No, that was not. She knows he's
appeasing.
He's a young innocent lad who wears his heart on his sleeve.
She's like,
Everybody clap. This is a big thing.
I guess you could interpret that way if you want, but that wasn't the intention.
No, Nynx is just beaming for Shrimpstomp because
Go Shrimpstomp!
Yeah.
All right, everyone. What is Shrimpstomp going to do with this sword next? Who's going to taste its bite? We'll have to find out next time.
I bet it's going to be one of the pirates.
Probably.
Or a
The
Yakuza.
bandits.
They're all the same.
or Gozo.
Gojo.
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 Mojo Jojo.
Gozo is his clown brother.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
All right, everyone. Please check us out next time. And please like, subscribe, download, comment, all the good things for us.
You can follow us on TikTok and Snapchat at Goblin House Studios.
You can follow us on Facebook at Goblin House Studios and on Twitch at Goblin House Studios. And also all of our links are down in the link tree here on Twitch.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
Oh, and don't forget to join the Discord. I'm going to drop it right quick.
In the Discord.
Woo, woo. Take number 2. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.